You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dolly.
Do you want to remind you guys that we are off on vacation next week? Because what are you doing? You're going to like a couple concerts or something?
Yeah. I hate to admit to it because I'm going to get text messages about it, but we're going to make it just a quick little day trip down into the States because my missus's favorite musical artist, the guy by the name of Tyler Childers.
Country guy, right?
He's country, but it's like, I don't know. There's enough to it that it's not the country that makes me sad.
But you're going to Darien Lake, which is sick.
Yeah, well, but you think it's sick because there's a Six Flags there, and you're like, oh, you can go and ride all the rides.
You're not going to go on the rides?
You know full well that roller coasters make me itchy.
That's the best part. If you ever go to a concert at Darien Lake, you get free access to the Six Flags there. Are you not going to do it?
I mean, maybe we'll go on the grounds. Maybe we'll check it out. But you're not going to find my 300-pound ass upside down in a loop-de-loop.
Oh,
No.
they got the Superman ride there, though.
Great. I hope everybody there that day has a great time and nobody goes flying off to their doom.
When I was a kid, we used to go to Six Flags because like it wasn't that far for us to like drive out across the border to Buffalo and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's called the Man of Steel.
Okay.
And we waited like 2 hours in line. I'm like 8 years old. And I remember the guy that was ahead of us going next turns to me and he goes, you know, last time I was here, this caught on fire.
No, stop. Jesus.
And I was like, what?
How old are you again?
I'm like 8.
Come on. That's just wrong.
We're getting on the ride, and I'm like, did you hear what that guy said? My mom's like, what? I'm like, the guy said the last time he was here, this ride caught on fire. I believed that till I was like 15. And I never realized till I got older that he was just totally messing with me.
Now, hang on. So you're in line. He tells you that the last time you're here, it caught fire. You get scared. Did you still get on at 8 years old?
Yeah, because I'm not you.
You're insane. Your brain fully believed that this machine caught on fire, and you were like, oh, I'll take my chances.
That's half the fun of riding roller coasters is the fear that you're going to die, right?
I remember when I was a kid growing up in the Northwest Territories, the best place you could go to was Edmonton for a vacation because it was the closest, and they had West Edmonton Mall, which had, what do they call it at the time, Fantasyland.
Yeah.
So in there, they had 2 rides that were these big swinging pirate ships, and they were 2 levels. One did a full 360 loop-de-loop, and the other just went really high but never did upside down. And I was on the smaller one. And they had to stop the ride and get me off because I was screaming so loud and crying that I needed to go or I was going to die.
Some people like rides, some people don't, I guess.
From that age, like, I'm guessing probably similar to you. I think I was like 8 years old and never got back in the saddle after that.
You know,
man.
one of my new goals for our relationship is to get you on a roller coaster, and I want to keep the photo. I want to see your face as we go by on like the behemoth at Canada's Wonderland or something.
You waited too long, brother. I'm too close to the grave to try and get there any faster now.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
So I've got 2 goals in life now. One is to get Dalby on a roller coaster with me.
Good luck.
And the other one, I've talked about it for a few weeks now, is to get a nice settlement claim.
You are really on board with this idea of literally falling into money lately.
There's a lady who's living my dream in the States. A woman is suing Outback Steakhouse for $1.5 million.
Damn, that's a chunk of cash.
After slipping on mashed potatoes.
Man, where were the mashed potatoes?
Check this out. She's actually totally in the right on this. I guess back in 2022 or 2023, she went to an Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
And as she walked in the door, for some reason, there was mashed potatoes on the ground and she didn't notice. Slipped and fell face forward onto the ground.
Oh.
Busted herself up pretty bad.
Yeah.
She claims that she's experienced significant pain. It's affected her ability to work. She's got ongoing medical costs, which in the States, like that racks up pretty hard.
That's just it. Like, it's funny to say, like, oh, she's suing for $1.5 million. That's so much money. But when you factor in American healthcare costs, she might just be trying to get that paid off.
So technically, it's negligence against the restaurant for just leaving mashed potatoes on the ground.
How do you not clean up a pile of like, when you say it, mashed potatoes is slippery. Like, if you don't see it and step full weight onto a pile of mashed potatoes, it makes sense that you'd slip and slide and fall down.
Oh, absolutely. So the complaint is that they created an unreasonably dangerous condition for visitors and that there was nothing posted to warn people. Like there wasn't like a be careful slippery sign or anything.
Do you think that they would have been legally not liable if there was a sign that says danger mashed potatoes?
Check this out. Outback Steakhouse has denied the majority of the allegations, including those related to her injuries. The company has stated that it did not have any duty to warn regarding any condition that was open and obvious to the plaintiff exercising what they call ordinary care.
Dude, that sounds like what an awful thing to say about your own restaurant. Like, listen, when you come to an Outback Steakhouse, you should expect that there might just be food on the floor.
Yeah.
You're not here for a fine dining experience.
They're like, you have eyes, don't you?
You're in the jungle, baby.
Now, the crazy thing is this Outback Steakhouse is no longer in operation.
You don't say.
Apparently, it had terrible reviews is the thing. So going back to my whole theory on trying to get a settlement claim, I think the move is I got to start going to like big chain restaurants that have like really bad 1-star, maybe 2-star reviews on Google.
Like might be going out of business, but got that backup like big corporate money.
Yeah, anywhere that you see Google reviews where it's like the servers are terrible, it's not clean, da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Like that's the place I need to catch my slip and fall at, bro.
Dude, can I say, as your friend, the worst thing that could happen to you right now is an actual slip and fall at an actual place of business.
What do you mean?
Because you've been talking about so much how you want to slip and fall and catch a lawsuit against somebody. This whole program is evidence. They're going to make you listen to our podcast in court to deny your claim.
Well, hey, let's all mutually agree that if your boy is going for a settlement claim, we're not going to be snitches. We're all going to be cool. And there's going to be a handful of podcasts that are going to be deleted from the Spotify.
I think the problem is we number the episodes. I think the defending lawyer is going to go, hey, what happened to episode 526 where you specifically talked about this?
I mean, you've seen what happens with the Epstein files and all that. There's a lot of ways things can disappear on the internet, my man. You just got to be right there. Are you in this with me or not?
I got your back. As long as you promise never to compare our podcast to the Epstein files ever again.
Sure. Shake on it?
Shake on it. There you go.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
So yesterday, a lot of people were disappointed with us because we did not take cheese curds in the cheese draft.
And rightfully so. That should have been, out of 6 potential picks in a draft, that should have been a top 6 cheese.
Now, I do have to ring the shame bell on you, Dalby.
You do not. To be clear, you do not have to ring the shame bell because I have an opinion.
Lori was the one that pointed out to us that we missed out on cheese curds in the draft. And me and Lori chatted about how much we love the squeak of the cheese curd. And you stayed pretty quiet while we talked about that.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got off air, Dalby looks me dead in the eyes and goes, I hate the sound of the squeak that the cheese curds make.
Oh,
which
I'm sorry.
blew my mind.
I'm sorry. I thought I was in a safe place talking to a friend. I didn't realize that I was fessing up to crimes in front of the police.
I don't understand how you do not like the cheese curd squeak. I feel like that's an unpatriotic thing. You know, forgetting cheese curds on the board, I think we can let go. But not liking the squeak of the cheese curd? How?
I think if I said that I didn't like cheese curds, maybe you could have an argument. I like cheese curds. I'm just not. When you get the squeak, it makes my teeth feel things.
But that's the sign that they're fresh. Like they only squeak for like 24 hours, and like that's the freshest that you're gonna get a curd.
And that's why. Listen, that's how good a cheese curd is that I'll put up with that. I'll still eat fresh cheese curds because they're so good. But sometimes when I take a bite and you get that. And my teeth go,
But it's literally, it's like a cheerleader celebrating every single bite is what it is. You know, it's freshness applause kind of thing, right? It's like hearing basketball sneakers on the court. You're like, it's working. They're playing right now.
To be fair, the basketball shoes on the court give me the same feeling as the squeak of the cheese curds.
Maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like cheese curd squeak has easily got to be like top 5, one of the greatest food sounds of all time.
I would, honest to God, I would have it in the bottom 5. I would have it in the absolute lowest of low. It's not a feeling that I appreciate.
It's the only chewing noise that I like. Out of any sort of chewing noise that you can make, it's the only one that if I heard you eating it, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, curds, baby.
No. I mean, if you're going to talk about like chewing noises and good ones, like people love to talk about the sound of sizzling bacon being like a great sound. And I fully agree with that. But dude, you get a nice, crispy, crunchy piece of bacon and you get that little snap, that little...
So you're crunch over squeak.
100% crunch over squeak. Crunch feels purposeful. Feels like you did something. You accomplished something. A satisfying noise. Squeak sounds like something that's happening by accident.
A squeak is part of our national pride, though. And that's what you don't have.
It's part of your national pride. I love this country and I love cheese curds. I just don't love squeaking.
Apparently not as much as we thought.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What is the best sound that food can make?
Popcorn popping.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a staple.
Love it.
I was going to say, you know what's funny about the sound of popcorn is like it is a very satisfying sound, but if you make microwave popcorn, what's the thing you're waiting for? The sound to stop so that you can eat it.
That's true.
The most exciting part is when it stops popping. The silence means it's food time.
It's like listening to your roommate hook up. You're just waiting for it to end. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You know what's funny is a lot of people said popcorn popping, but nobody said eating popcorn. Right?
It's a good crunch. Although, to be fair, and again, fat guy bias, I love my popcorn real buttered, which does dampen the crunch.
A lot of people texting in about like different crunch sounds, like the sound of a pickle crunch, which I think is satisfying, or the biting of an apple.
Oh, I do like a good apple. Pickle is 50-50 because you get a good crisp pickle, it's a good crunch. But if you get like an even slightly soft pickle, it's just such a bad time.
It's disappointing.
But dude, like a fresh, crisp apple with a little bit of the mushing and the crisping.
It's like the cheese curd. That's how you know it's fresh, right?
Except that it's better because the cheese curd is bad.
Here's the thing. A lot of people texting in about like corn on the cob, which I thought I'd agree with to like hear this. And
Yeah.
I think for a lot of these, it's when you're eating it yourself.
Right.
In your head, you like the sound, but when you hear someone else eating it, it's like, ugh.
Dude, if I've got a freshly boiled or barbecued, nice buttery cob of corn, and I'm going through it like a typewriter, that is a great sound. I'm in a good spot right there. But you're right. You know, if I'm sitting at the table and I've got my girlfriend on one side, my son on the other, and they're both doing the exact same thing I'm doing, my brain's just like, stop. It
Yeah.
stops. You stop.
Oddly enough, a lot of people get nostalgic for their childhood with the pop rock sound.
Pop Rock's a great sound. You just sit there and like keep your mouth open and then close it and just like listen to the different acoustics of the echo.
It is kind of similar to the bacon sizzle just in your mouth is what I think it is.
It is. It's
Right?
your own tongue sizzling from a chemical reaction.
We got Dylan on the phone. Dylan, in your opinion, what is the best sound that food can make?
How about the sound of someone burning their mouths when you literally just told them it's hot? It just came out of the oven, and they choose to risk everything and burn theirs. They suffer while we laugh at their stupidity.
I don't want to use the word stupidity because I am talking about my own children, but like when I bring supper from the stove to the table and my son dives in with the first bite after I go, be careful, this is hot, and all of a sudden,
It's hot.
it is a sound that makes me both roll my eyes but also laugh at the same time.
It's like a weird kink kind of thing, you know?
I agree. Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Remember last year when everyone was all upset about the speed cameras and traffic cameras and everything that was catching everybody on speeding tickets and whatnot?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that still to this day consider all traffic cameras to be a scam.
Well, Florida may be looking at getting rid of some of them after a lot of people are complaining, at least in Tampa Bay. Check this out. Last week, they put up a speed camera in a school zone.
Okay.
And within 2 days, 48 hours, over 6,000 speeding tickets were handed out.
In a school zone.
Yeah.
And their response to this is, oh man, we should get rid of that camera.
Here's the thing. It's
Come on.
It's kind of a double-edged sword where it's like, are people speeding or is the camera being too dramatic? Because like we had the problem here in Ontario, if you are just like 1 mile an hour over, 2 miles an hour over, you will automatically get the camera to flash on you and you'll
Right.
get the ticket. So a lot of people are arguing that it's like, are they speeding or are they just like a smidge going over?
So I would agree with you in that sentiment. I think we talked about this when we talked about like in Canada and stuff like that of like,
What's
hey,
the definition of speeding?
right. In a school zone, if the sign says 30 and school is in session, I also fully believe that if school is in school months, then yes, 31 is speeding and you should get a ticket. It's a school zone, you idiot.
But sometimes it just like it idles over. Like sometimes it's not your fault, I will say.
No, I would say that in that case, go 29. If you're worried that your car is going to sewer you in a school zone by idling to 31, then you go 29 because it's a school zone and there's children present.
A lot of people are arguing at the fact that we had here in Ontario where it's like, if you want to do this, then have cops in the area that are actually there with the speed gun. That eliminates a lot of this because 6,000 tickets in 48 hours, each ticket is $100 a pop. That's what? That's $60,000 right there in tickets?
6,000 people speeding in the school zone, though, I think also negates somewhat the argument of like, well, what if I was just doing 31 or 32? 6,000 people in 48 hours accidentally went 1K over?
Well, if you break it down mathematically, yeah, it is pretty crazy. 6,000 speeding tickets in 48 hours works out to 125 tickets per hour, which works to around 2.08 tickets per minute, which works to around one ticket approximately every 28 seconds.
Like, that's the thing is like, I do agree with you that like the safest way to do it is to have police officers in school zones actually monitoring this sort of thing, because then you can also worry more about like the times at the beginning and the end of the day versus like, does 11 o'clock mean as much as 9:30 or whatever? But then people will complain like, oh, we're spending all this money on having cops at every school and every school zone. And then also, what cop could hand out that many tickets?
So obviously the answer is we need to shut down the schools in Florida so this can't happen anymore, right?
Yeah, sure, that's it.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Despite prices constantly going up to the point where it is almost impossible for the average family to enjoy a trip to Disney World or Disneyland, people still do scrounge up their money and go down as a family. We've got a Florida woman, or at least a woman in Florida, who got into a fight at a restaurant in Disney World.
That doesn't surprise me. I feel like once a month I see fights breaking out at Disney World or Disneyland.
Well, a lot of times you'll see it, it'll be in like the parks, and it'll be because people are out in the heat or they're waiting for the rides or there's some sort of miscommunication leads to throwing hands. In this situation, they were going to one of the actual on-property Disney restaurants. The whole family's going Steakhouse 71. So about as upscale as a Disney restaurant can be. And immediately they were mad because the restaurant would not push tables together for them like it was an Applebee's.
Okay.
So this woman, 57-year-old, she's leading the fight.
Way too old to be getting into a fight, by the
Way
way.
too old. Thank you. She goes up to the female manager who's telling them that they can't push tables together and shoves her out of the way, demanding to speak to another manager. Now she's laid hands on the staff. Another male manager comes over and is like, hey, what's your problem? You can't be pushing people around here. She immediately grabs 3 nearby waters off different tables, like other people's waters, throws them in his face, and then rips his name tag off of his suit jacket, which she would later tell the police was because she wanted to take a picture of it to report him to his boss.
She took him to Splash Mountain, though, eh?
She did. And then the police came and hauled her through the park off to jail for the night while her family was left to figure out what to do.
Dude, being tossed out of Disney World in handcuffs is so funny. Having to walk by Goofy and Mickey.
All these mascots. And you know, they're just sitting there like doing the mascot, like cover their eyes thing. Like, oh no, what have you done? You're in handcuffs in the happiest place on earth. It's got to be the most awkward place to get into a fight.
It might be the funniest place to get into a fight, to be honest. I see a lot of Disney World videos. I've seen a Chuck E. Cheese fight before.
Dude, a ball pit scrap is the best scrap.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Even like getting tossed on the skee ball machine or anything.
Right.
Like,
dude, being in the play structure, like a McDonald's play place, Chuck E. Cheese, like the climber.
dude, the thing that I'm always waiting for when I see these Disney World fights is I haven't seen it yet, is I haven't seen anybody in the costumes like take a swing or anything. It's always people that are in there, like you said, maybe like it's the heat, it's the lines, whatever. But like, I'm waiting to see like a Donald Duck throw a haymaker.
Right. Like that's the thing is like right now, every now and again, you'll see like the Disney mascots will do like a crazy dance move or some sort of like meme gesture when they think no one's looking and then it goes viral. They've got so many handlers out in those parks keeping an eye on the mascots, quote unquote, for their own safety.
Dude, even seeing a handler throw hands for Mickey would be crazy.
Yo, some guy's harassing Goofy and some guy just comes running out with a spear tackle right in the middle of Epcot.
Another one I'm surprised that we haven't seen is like a mall Santa fight yet. That's had to have happened, right?
I mean, in the movies. You see it in the movies all the time. But yeah, a real life mall Santa, like...
Because same thing, people waiting in lines.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people are like a lot when they're waiting for Santa.
Some dad dragging his kid to the front of the line being like, Santa, we gotta go. Listen to my kid. He wants an Xbox.
Even a Santa that gets his beard pulled and is like, oh, yeah.
Honest to God, the mall Santas, they're doing the Lord's work, helping the kids, helping the big man in the North Pole to put the list together and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When they get their beards tugged and they don't just chuck a kid, God bless the patience. I don't have it.
I'd even love to see like one of the little helpers with the camera get it. And like you could have a full on brawl at the mall, dude.
I just want one person to get hit with a big fake candy cane. That's all I'm looking for.
Yes, that's kind of a dream right now.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
Jake, what do you think would be the funniest or the weirdest place to get into a fight?
I definitely think the funniest or worst place to get in a fight would be in church.
I mean, think about it like this. It is probably the best place to ask for forgiveness.
True.
Because, you know, they say only God can judge you.
Yeah, man.
And then, like, maybe you get into
That
a
is
scrap.
true.
You go have a little confessional afterwards.
Immediately go ask for your repent your sins.
That's just it. Like, just picture this, right? It's mass. You're sitting there. You see somebody down the aisle. Maybe you think they're pulling a little bit of coin out of the collection plate. You say something. He says something. Now you're throwing hands. And when it's over, just like a hockey fight, the preacher comes over, leads each one of you to the confessional penalty box, and you just atone for your sins.
5 minutes of atoning for your sins, and then you can go back out and do it again.
Yeah, grab a wafer, have a sip of the wine, and you're good.
6 Hail Marys will
A little
solve
bit of
it,
bread,
you know?
There you go.
A lot of people saying church in on the text line. A lot of people going back to more like kids related stuff, like a kid's birthday party in a bounce house.
Dude, a trampoline park.
Trampoline park would be a crazy place for a fight.
I'm honestly surprised in a world where like Power Slap and all these other like Knights Armor fighting leagues and stuff like that, I'm surprised we haven't seen actual pro fighters on tramp. Like Slam Ball UFC would be insane to watch.
I would watch that. Dude, getting in a fight at a sleep country Canada.
Trying to knock somebody up, put them to sleep on a bed.
Just bouncing across all the mattresses. Jeff texted in at any sort of adult store like a Love Shop.
Oh,
Just the weapons you got there.
too many things to hit somebody with. Speaking of stores, dude, imagine getting into a fight in an IKEA and then having to try and make your way to the exit afterwards. Like getting in a dust up in the bedroom section and then just having to walk through that maze.
That feels like a weird thing that would have happened back in the Attitude Era of wrestling, you know?
Well, an IKEA match would have gone hard back then.
We got Brother Jay on the phone. Brother Jay, what do you think? What's the funniest, weirdest, worst place to get into a fight?
I gotta say, well, it could be funny too. Family funeral.
I'm sure that happens a lot more than you think, to be
Honestly.
honest.
100%, I think, eh?
The idea of taking a right hand from like an uncle or a cousin or something and then landing face to face with the deceased, horrifying.
A buried alive
yeah,
match
that-
happens right at the cemetery.
Yo. They've got the casket, it's about to be lowered, and you start a fight, the casket gets knocked over. Oh no.
Drop an elbow off the grass into the dirt.
By God, he's broken in half.
The Brock and Dalby podcast.
Apparently, we have a national crisis here in our country.
Oh.
And that is grocery store theft. According to the Retail Council of Canada, they say grocery store theft has become a national crisis with annual losses nearing around $10 billion.
Oh no, 4% of their profits.
So what you're telling me is when prices go up at the grocery stores are actually losing money?
When you start limiting people's ability to have the basic things that they need to survive, they start to take things into their own hands.
And listen, like, I'm not trying to say that this is a good thing.
No.
I'm just trying to, like, prove a point here at the fact that, like, this is exactly the world we live in, that is people can't afford to eat,
Right.
man. It's not that everybody's a criminal that's going to the grocery store.
It is the stated opinion of the Brock and Dalby show, as well as our parent companies and all the way up. We do not condone theft. You should not break the law. We've said it many times. But if you're the grocery store, you're not allowed to be mad that 1 + 1 = 2. You cannot, it's pretty basic math at this point, guys.
And I mean, when you look at things like AI is taking people's jobs and gas prices are going through the roof and grocery prices are going through the roof and people can't even afford to pay for their mortgage or pay for their rent anymore. What do you expect them to do? They still got to eat at the end of the day.
In addition to, we've put in all kinds of security gates to make people feel like criminals. We stopped hiring people to run cash registers and put in a dozen self-checkouts at every grocery store.
You know what's robbery? One cucumber costing $2.99. That's robbery,
That's
dude.
theft.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
All right, it is time to conclude Jurassic Park week here on the show. And for $100 in Lotto Max tickets for tonight's jackpot, it's quite obvious there is only one dinosaur impression that we can finish with, and it is the mighty Tyrannosaurus.
The most overrated of all the dinosaurs.
Wow.
I just wanted to get a reaction out of you.
Hot take. All right, we've got a lot of T-Rexes that are sending in their voice memos. If you are not one of them, that does make you a judge. So 762-555, let us know who is the best T-Rex.
Need that big energy. A T-Rex is not a half-ass dinosaur.
Let's see what this first one has. I believe this is Crystal.
Why did that sound like the dinosaur Mrs. Doubtfire?
Kind of. Okay, all right, it's something. Let's see what Cody's got.
Average Taco Bell bathroom user.
Okay, guys, come on. We need some T-Rex. Let's step our game up here, okay? Let's see. We've got Heather here.
All right. Last day of dinosaurs impressions.
That's what I'm looking for.
This is Heather. Let's try.
I love that she hyped herself. You can hear her like, we got this, let's go.
I like her mentality. Okay, we got Rocky here.
Arr, big boy, I'm a T-Rex.
No!
Shame on you, Rocky.
I disagree. That was great.
All right. Come on. Someone's got to really bring it here this morning. We got, is this John, I think?
Hi, this is John, and this is my impression.
There we go.
Not bad.
There
Not
we go.
bad at all, John.
That's the most T-Rex out of all of them so far.
It's pretty good.
Okay, we'll do two more. We got Brandon here.
Morning, this is Brandon, and this is my T-Rex impression.
I like that one. I'm not going to lie.
That's not it.
I like that one, but if you also have a dog, you know when your dog gets like spooked when they're sleeping? That's what it kind of sounds.
It does have a little bit of a howl to it.
All right, one more here. We got Al.
Hi, this is Al, and this is my T-Rex.
All right, our last three.
All solid.
Pretty decent.
All pretty
here.
good. Yeah.
Round of applause to everyone who competed this week alone.
I'm also going to throw a name out there just if people are deciding their vote. I also did like Heather's.
Yeah.
I think Heather's was very
Heather's
good.
was good too.
Yeah.
762-555. What are we thinking here?
Not that one?
I can't do that one. I mean, it's funny. Don't I'll give you a round of applause for humor.
Sure.
What's the text line saying here?
A couple here that are saying John, a couple here that are just saying the last one. There are, admittedly, a few texts for but I don't think those are going to be the winners.
What is the people's? I'll give it to whatever the people want.
It looks like John.
It's John?
Is the leader.
All right,
now,
we'll give it to John here.
Impression.
Ding and a round of applause.
Excellent work to everybody who texted in, whether it was a serious entry or just something that made us laugh.
Hey, John, if we do a Sloth from the Goonies impression, you could probably win that too.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
As the weekends, we remember all the things we talked about. Let's recall all the dumb things that happened in the world. All right, we talked about a lot of stuff this week. And as we head into our vacation, let's do a little recap here.
Yeah, it's time for your bad week in review for the week of June 1st, 2026.
Coming through my notes here, we talked about how we learned that Shark Tank and various other reality TV shows have therapists on set.
Which I didn't know, but is also not surprising.
Makes a lot of sense, right? Apparently, people keep leaving their breathalyzers in Ubers.
Which is why they're in the Ubers in the first place.
We learned that scientists, for some reason, decided to make bread from a mummy that they found.
You can, but you shouldn't.
There's a firefighter who's creating his own work by starting fires.
Loved the movie Backdraft.
A man from my hometown of Milton was arrested for the biggest counterfeit jersey bust in Canadian history.
And honestly, I'd still like to get his number if I could, just for unrelated
It's like
purposes.
over $3.5 million worth of soccer jerseys ahead of the World Cup. There's a man that drove the green with his truck at a golf course because he wanted to find out whose golf ball hit his windshield.
Crazy road rage.
We talked about the Iowa meat truck, the Blue Jays prospect.
The best baseball nickname of all time.
I don't even remember his real name, but he plays for the Vancouver Canadians and he goes by the Iowa meat truck.
Get this guy on the main roster. I want a meat truck jersey.
Google is planning on releasing millions of mosquitoes.
Yeah, so that they can kill the other mosquitoes. It's all part of the plan.
But it also sounds like a villain origin story at the same time. We talked about the Freedom ship that Dalby wants to live on.
It's a floating city. It's the best thing.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Also, what was it? Big John broke the world record for the most Chinese restaurants named in 30 seconds.
And we also found out this week, it's a huge scam. Anybody can have any world record if they've got money.
If you have $5,000 to $15,000, you can literally bribe Guinness World Records to show up and create a world record for you. Is there anything else that I'm missing here?
Well, I mean, a little disappointed from a personal standpoint. You forgot a pretty big moment for me this week. My dad added me on Facebook.
Oh, I totally forgot you reconnected with your papa.
After not speaking for about 4 years. That was kind of crazy.
For those who missed it, Dalby found his dad on Facebook.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, haven't said anything since. So, we're right back to how things have always been.
You haven't invited him to play Farmville or given him a poke or anything?
Hasn't poked me once. So, we're probably still in the mending phase.
So just like everybody else that I have on Facebook, it's the same thing with your dad?
Yeah, pretty much.
Same, nothing's changed. Guy can get Facebook, but can still be the same dad.
That's right. Hey, you can't expect him to change too much.
Maybe he'll come visit you on your vacation.
No, he can just look at the photos on Facebook like everybody else.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby Podcast.